Hi everybody, it's Christopher back with another one of our my tips for the weekend. Last weekend was a great one. Cole Parejo did fantastically well. Tauvin as well was very unlucky for Marseille. Poulsen came in, got IPD. Roos came in and got IPD. Really great weekend. Made a lot of money, and I'm glad to everyone that reached out to me. I'm on Twitter, obviously, F1 Addict, F1 Tipster, and we made a lot of money, which is fantastic. During the week, mixed bag. PZ did quite well, and Everton Soares did quite well as well, actually, on a baseline point of view. And Benfica did look actually good. I know it was 4-3, but in the end, I think they're going to dominate that group. PSV, no clue what happened to them. Didn't really show up. Granada looked very good. I got to watch the match. PSV, I still think they'll probably get second in the group now, so I'm going to have to concentrate on that. I still think the players I called will come good because they're youth players, but Benfica in particular very well, and obviously PZ on penalties, which is a massive bonus as well. They're really going to top that group. So look, again, it's a new channel, so I'd really like subscribe and a share. Has some great comments as well. One really great one about doing a video about recycling as well. So that's for IPD. I'm definitely going to do that as well. More on non-PB stuff as well. Obviously for transfer buzz and rumors as well. So I'm gonna get onto all that, guys, and next week start blitzing them out. But obviously it's this weekend. Just looking at today, which is the 24th. So I'm trying to do this as fresh as I can before the matches start. I think to be very honest with you, looking at the fixtures, Dijon are one of the worst teams in France. They're against PSG, who are the best team in France, and I have to look at their team now. I've looked a lot at the predicted lineups because of the poor performance against Man United, and people have been a bit tired with all the games coming up. The first man on the screen is a player I'm a massive fan of. You can see over here as well, he nearly left so many times PSG over the transfer window. I think he'll get links again in January. He always seems to be linked to teams in England, and it's Julian Draxler, a player that I really liked when he was in Germany. Fantastic player. Look how high he's been, guys, off transfer rumours. So long term, as I always keep saying, and it could be my tagline: are you getting value? You're getting him at the lowest he's been throughout the last year, and you could probably pick him up for a lot cheaper than that. I really like him. So they got Dijon at home. He's only 27, which people overlook. He's got plenty of time left ahead of him. Like I said, transfer rumours for me. He's already had 2 goals this season, guys. And I think that's overlooked with Draxler as well. He's actually had 5-ish starts, got 2 goals in those games. His PB has been fairly decent in those games, as an average is about 110. I can see him starting. If he scores the game-winning goal, or he gets a couple or an IPD as well. Even for IPD, you're picking up a 60p. With all the European matches coming up, with all the rotations going to happen this year, and then with January coming up, he's a bit of a longer term hold for me as well. But short term, I think with the IPDs over the next while, you could make a bit of money. And believe it or not, actually, he could even go to the Euros. Like in Germany, he is so rated. At that time, it was him and Roos were the two that they really had high hopes of. Obviously, Roos has got a few more injuries, but even him playing for Germany, he's been very good when he's gotten a start. I'm not saying he's going to be the main man for Germany in any way at all, but he's come in for a couple of games in the European qualifiers, and he's gotten 2 assists in those games as well. So I think he'll be in the squad, and you never know with injuries. He's just looking to try and maximise value, and I think for me, there's so much value in him. Next player is someone I really love. Now, the first thing I'll highlight is look at the price you're getting him as well. £1.22. Again, I'll bore you all, but are you getting value? Well, you're not getting him at the cheapest he's ever been. Definitely not. But you're also not getting him at the peak. I think you're getting him at about an average price. And usually I would like to have gotten him down here. I'm not going to lie, but you can still pick him up on the bids. I picked him up for £1.10, £1.11. But look over here, guys. Any player that's emerging as an alternative to Sancho, which I don't think Sancho will go to United in the end. That's just my own opinion. Lucas Ocampos is a fantastic player. He's been linked to Real. He's been fantastic in the Europa League. So much praise. Look at that, even there. Even the Guardian with 100 points. How great he was. He wants to move next season. This is his last season in Sevilla. It was only his first season. So imagine that. First season moving from Marseille, where he was fantastic. Really big fan of his. 26 years of age as well. Sweet spot. Winger, attacker. They could even change him to an attacker, 14 goals and 3 assists last season, just in the league for Sevilla. Amazing player. He averages about 109 PB, which to anybody that knows their stuff means a game-winning goal he's hitting near 200. Doesn't mean he win on a goal day, but there's not as many matches today, and I think he may have a chance. Sneak it. He'll definitely score. He has had a max PB at 241, which means he'll win PB, and he has won PB in the past. He's a 26-year-old with United links in the past, in a club that wants to sell him next season. We'll get links away. You're getting him at a decent average price. And also the big thing as well is they've got a very easy game as well against Cadiz. I think, anyways. I think they're gonna win. I think they're going to win big, and they're going to bounce back from a good performance against Chelsea. I'm saying bounce back, a draw. But, this is a man as well who scored in the Super Cup as well against Bayern Munich. He can do it. My worry is that he wants to move, and the motivation would be the only thing for me. So that's the only inkling in the back of my mind. He wants that move. I think he wants to go in January. It sounds like he wants to go to United. Didn't happen in the end, couldn't happen. But I just think long-term, short-term, IPD over the next while, the European matches that they have as well, you can't go wrong. And I won't dwell on the next player too much because I've covered why I'm buying him, or I've bought him, and why I'm tipping him for everybody else. He's Florenzi. He's not value. I think he is value, but you're not picking him up at a value price. Massive peak. Why? Because he's just done so well since he's moved to PSG. Honestly, he really has. He's been a great coup for them. Really getting him on loan. He's shored up that defence. He's 29 years of age. 2 goals in the 5 matches. He's finding the French league so easy. And again, I'll keep on about it. They've got Dijon. 2 goals. He's been man of the match against Nimes. His PB could be a little bit better, but I actually have a feeling he could get a goal and assist today against Dijon. I think he's going to be running up and down that side of the pitch, and I fear for Dijon. There's going to be a bounce back if he puts a full team out against Dijon after the performance against Man United. I don't think that will happen personally. I think there'll be some rotation. He will definitely play. He's just the kind of player when he's at Roma plays every game. Again, you're not getting enough value, and a lot of people have spotted him over the last while and are buying for today as well. So, I should have maybe done this video a little bit earlier, but that 3p that he's gone up is just because people know he could do well today. Now, the only thing is he value? Well, if he wins a defender PB, I'm not sure about star player because of his PB baseline. But let's just say, to be honest, guys, you're getting 18p back on him with probably another 4p for a goal. He'll do well in Europe with that group as well. He'll probably get you another goal in the IP. I'm looking in my head, with a PB win down the road, you could be looking at about 25-30% on him, and he's going to be a regular for PSG for the whole rest of the season. The United performance was very unusual. My feelings on PSG players is they're going to dominate in France. My worry is that they win the league too early. I don't think it's going to happen this time because of the way COVID has happened, and they have to catch up in a few fixtures. I just think he's a great player. He's not as great as the next player. So that's the best segue I can do. It looks like he's going to be back. The duo, as it says over here, they're back in training. Kevin De Bruyne, what do I say about him? He can win you MB. Should be getting more than he gets. He's been out with a little bit of an injury, which means that you're not buying him at a peak now. That is a crazy price for him. For me personally, that is a mental price. When all the money's coming out of Sancho going into PB players, this is a person who got 33 IPD last season. 33. Already won PB in only 3 starts against Wolves. He's had 1 goal and 1 assist. His max PB is 333 points. He averages 182. Which means if he, and Guerrero's back in the team now as well, but I've heard rumours that there's rotations on the penalties as well, because De Bruyne did so well on penalties when he came in. Honestly, guys, for the Euros coming up as well, he's 29. People goes, he's old. Yeah, he's 29. He's probably got another 4 good seasons left in him. I think, personally, he's going to win 6 dividend wins. Either they're gold, bronze, silver, I don't know. I work out my head, you're going to be getting £1.20, £1.30 back just in dividend returns. Over the next 3 years, I think he could nearly return your investment. And that's without the capital. And just keep reinvesting the money back into him. He's fantastic. Any dividends I win on De Bruyne personally, I reinvest them. For me, he's the main PB player on the index. And the Euros coming up as well with Belgium. He just ticks every box for me. The only problem is he's not British and he doesn't play for Man United. Otherwise, he'd be an MB machine. But he's just so good, guys. And he's talked about a lot. He's just been unlucky with MB. But for PB, fantastic. Don't forget Trader of the Month as well, or Team of the Month for De Bruyne. That is huge for him as well. I think he'll probably pick up 15p to 16p just off that as well. Got the injury out of the way now. I think he's not that massively injury prone, I don't believe, and I think he's going to do fantastic. Our last player is a player that I really rate. I just love him at 39p is Lars Stendal, 32 years of age. Yes, but club captain, wants to be there for the next 2-3 years. Contract up for 2022. He's not going anywhere. He's on penalties. He's got an amazing baseline, averaging about he's hit 263 is his highest. He averages about 120 for the minutes he gets. Why am I picking him? Well, a great result against Inter Milan. He didn't play. He would be in the team today against a very poor man's team. A man's team that's not won all season, don't look like they're going to win, look incredibly poor, look disjointed. We're lucky last season to stay up, and they're going down. And any player, I think, any player you have that's playing against Mans has a great chance. 9 goals and 3 assists last season with limited game time. Season before, massive injury. Season before that, he had about 18 IPD. Fantastic baseline on penalties against a poor team at home. Definitely worth a punt. Even if it's IPD, you're picking him up at 25, 26p. You can't go wrong. So for me, Lars Sindel, just this weekend, he'll do fantastically well. And I think with rotation with COVID, players like this are fantastic on penalties. Kevin De Bruyne, another one that could potentially be on penalties. Fantastic baseline, MB, PB, everything. He just ticks every box. He's just too low. He's my biggest hold on the index. Florenzi, just because the start, he's med. His PB could be better, but he's against Dijon, which I think he'll do fantastically well. Draxler, it's a punt, very cheap. IPD gem, he has 2 goals already this season in 5 limited starts. They're not even full games against Dijon. With rotation, with European matches coming up, and links away in January, can't go wrong. And Campos, 14 goals last season in La Liga, linked to Man United, linked to Real Madrid, 26 years of age, 241 PB, 109 average, and an easy game this weekend. Lads, I'm telling you, there'll be another good. There could be a gold one in there, which I think could be De Bruyne. So fingers crossed we have another great weekend. I'm going to do another video for Sunday as well. I'll do that later on this evening so you can get on early. And as always, guys, please like, subscribe, and share. It's a brand new channel. Thank you for all the support so far. I've only done this channel about 3 weeks ago, already up to about 75 followers. It's not taken over the world, but it's a very solid start in 1 month. So hopefully we keep this going. And please, comments, loads of comments. I loved all the comments in there. Some great tips for me as well. I picked up a couple of those Ukrainian players. Look at some of the results for the Ukrainian teams as well. Fantastic, guys. Let's build a nice network between all of us. Let's all help each other to make money. As always, guys, happy trading.